Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Grinds My Gears. We are going to be watching the Inside Xbox episode 2, and I'll be providing my reactions. If this thing goes over 2 hours, I'm probably going to end this video long. Just a disclaimer. About a minute away. I'm going to see, the last time I shared my screen, it was laggy and things like that, but we'll see how it goes this time. And then what I basically resorted to was just having it play through the sound, almost like an interview, and then just hearing the audio. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to try doing this. I'll see if anybody comes in and says if anything's going on, but just bear with me on some of my technical difficulties here, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to use YouTube actually this time, like that, and then I'm going to display the thing. So let's see. Share application window. So check it out, see how it goes, and we are live. And you can see the chat on the thing. So let me know. Oh, starting off with a trailer. No trailer. All right, same exact beginning like the first one. So we'll see what feedback they took back from the first show. And I can't believe there's nothing about Sea of Thieves. I mean, Sea of Thieves, or State of the K2, actually. I don't want to hear about Sea of Thieves. But nothing about State of the K2. We'll see. A Dead Mouse and PUBG news was trash. I went to that at PAX East. That was an embarrassment. Dead Mouse does not play on Xbox. They gave him a controller. He did not know what the controls were. And neither did the PUBG developer himself. He asked Major Nelson. But what about State of the K2? Oh, goodness. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going back, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm going back to the way it was. I'm going to go back to the way I did the last time. I don't think there's going to be anything good to see. Let me switch this off to that, and bear with me, boy. Yeah.
Speaking of good teamwork.
Oh, you're really going to go with this one?
There we go. We'll go audio with commentary.
This is why there's so much space.
There's so many people, like, you could watch this as you need it. But we're going this style.
I like the style.
This is not going to, I don't think I'm going to stay for the entire thing, actually.
In Rocket League for scoring an aerial goal, and I've yet to be able to do it. I'm never going to be able to do it. So I'm going to pick this clip and pretend like it's me. Yeah, well, that's the first. Somebody finally does. But a ridiculous goal, absolutely glorious. Just one more time. Beautiful. Just Absolutely beautiful. And that's it. I think that'll do it for that quick check-in, yeah?
And thanks everybody for sending in your clips. We're gonna go ahead and give you all of you who sent in your clips a code for the new
Audio sounds good.
Xbox game Hellblade. And for the rest of you, be sure to follow at Xbox on Twitter so you can send us your great clips and we can.
And I could.
For those of you who want.
Now keep sharing your comments, questions, images, and videos throughout the show to hashtag Inside Xbox. Who knows? You might have a shiny new code to show for it.
Oh.
But I can tell from all the live chatter that's going on right now that fans are getting restless, wanting to know about one thing, and that's what's next in line for backwards compatibility. So, Larry, what is the scoop?
Let's see.
Thanks, Ricari, but we just showed
Nice
Bill
jacket.
Stillwell the Reddit thread on Back and Pat, and he needs a minute to scrape his jaw off the floor. And when I say a minute, I mean gone in 60 seconds.
Huh? Major's Minute.
Welcome to Major's Minute, where I highlighted a few of the items that have caught my eye over the last few days. Are you ready? Start the timer. I love seeing our first public demo of State of Decay 2 at PAX East. Survival, combat, base building, scavenging, tactics. Everybody tackled this demo differently, which really, that's the name of the game. I saw the Xbox One X enhanced version of Hellblade. Unbelievable. I can't get even better gameplay. Classic Ninja Theory available tomorrow. Divinity Original Sin 2 was just announced for Xbox One. Old school RPG depth, massive combat creativity, split screen co-op, PvP, and
Somebody just commented, Bill Gates should fire you all.
And you know what? Chicken dinner.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that map is coming in May. Oh my God, please. Announce these backwards compatibility games. If it's the 5 that I listed this morning, come on.
And I got to tell you, it's so zippy. It feels like they cracked the game open, poured in some cold brew, and can somebody tell me what year it is?
He looks like Bob Barker in the Showcase Showdown. Like, this is just.
Our E3 first game announcement. Oh, no E3 news. We're all out of time. But stay tuned for our close encounter with Player Unknown and special guest Pinata, Deadmau5. But first, Bill Stillwell is back with Graham and Jeff, ready to announce the next wave of original Xbox.
This is the only news they got, I guess. Like, oh my goodness. Come on.
Nicely done, Larry. Thanks for that.
Dying to use that
I know.
for a long time.
I'll tell you what, I didn't realize I was so ready for Major's Minute to come back. There you go. Now, we are joined by Bill Stillwell from the Xbox backward compatibility team, who is wearing an incredible hockey jersey here, by the way, Bill. Check this out.
My NHL 94 Sega Genesis hockey jersey.
That's quality.
Gotta make Pritzky's head.
That's nice. Considering that is not even a game.
It's actually an exciting day for fans of Back and Pat. We teased the original Xbox Back and Pat announcements for the show. The response was great. A few of them may have slipped out today, and I just want to say to the Reset Era thread poster who said, oh, there's no way they're going to have more than this. Just wait. You're going to see it right now. You are wrong. All right.
All right.
How's the team feeling? You've been real busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy year. I think since the holidays.
So more than those 5, I guess.
Delivered an amazing.
Which Morrowind was one of them.
Been kind of cranking, and while all of that was been going on, and while the 360 games have been coming out, in the back was always that note of, hey, the original Xbox games were coming too. We had another wave coming out, and now it's time to talk about it.
You've seen all the buzz that's been going around since we teased this announced last week. I mean, that must make the team feel
I think so. I think it's always rewarding to know that what you work on is something that people are excited about, and that's what motivates the team. That's what drives them to do what they do.
You're a hero.
It's not me. It's an amazing team of engineers, and they get all the credit.
Very good of you. Well, listen, let's get to it.
Let's get
I want to see this list, right? So without further ado, here are the original Xbox back compat games coming this month in April.
Oh my God, Morrowind.
Conquer Live and Reloaded. Finally, I have that one.
SSX3, Blinks the Time Sweeper. It's very close to my heart.
Hunter, the Reckoning.
Panzer Dragoon's in there.
A lot of people wanted Panzer
Morrowind. Oh, but are these enhanced? These are not enhanced. These are just, they're coming. Okay, well, finally, Conquer Live and Reloaded. I wonder if that works online.
Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Jedi Starfighter, Star Wars Republic Commando. Does that make 7 Star Wars titles now on OG Xbox One? Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. I love Peter Storm there. Destroy All Humans, MX Unleashed, and Full Spectrum Warrior, and Panzer Elite Action, Fields of Glory. You wanted that one, didn't you?
That was on my list. What an incredible list.
Yeah, it's a great list, and the publisher supports. This is a tougher set of games because they're so much older. Licensing is a lot harder.
Well, Conquer had to be there. Thank God. I want to know if that works online though.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about some of these games.
Yeah, personally, I Jade Empire. That was
Jade Empire.
my first Western RPG. I just have some
And Jade
great
Empire,
memories
that's
about it,
good.
And I just, I can't wait. It was the first time, for me at least, the first BioWare game I played, and I think the first BioWare game a lot of people played. KOTOR as well. We're getting to see all of these here in Back Compat.
Yeah, absolutely. Were there any in that list that you particularly, as a gamer yourself, were excited about?
Panzer Dragoon Order is one that I'm really excited about.
Panzer Dragoon.
Finally get back to homing lasers.
All right.
Right. I think we can take a look at them, right? We can take a look.
Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of these games, they don't look how you remember. They look better than you remember, and that's because
are they?
The team has actually been able to coax out a significant amount of.
No, there's still this. All right, let's see. Are they widescreen?
So what? You brought the old
Nope.
teams back together, and they started coding. And how did this happen?
No, it was. We talked about this before. One of the things that happened when we first started looking at original Xbox games, we have a technology called the Haichi method, named after Eric Haichi, the developer who did it. And what he does is he enhances the resolution, and actually, and you first saw this with KOTOR when we first showed it. The developer themselves said, "I like the way the game looks now because it's how I remember it, not how it actually was." And you start to see that when you see this. And basically, what it takes is where you would normally have one pixel resolution.
That's the last one I got.
More pixels, so instead of it being black,
they look a little bit better.
Black and one white.
Definitely look a lot better, but they're still three. They're still 4:3. But yeah,
and things are smoother as well. So it's not just, I feel like, the pixels, but
well, there's effects that happen when you're a little bit blockier, and you get sort of the shimmery effect and things like that in the older versions of the game that just go away.
Right.
Only enhance the visuals.
Talk us through some of the specific improvements we're seeing here. I mean, clearly it looks a lot sharper. It looks smoother.
That was my character I used in Jade Empire.
That was the main character.
What particular technical improvements we're seeing here?
So all of this happens at the emulation layer. The game itself thinks it's running exactly the same way it always ran. It never sees anything different. And what's key for a lot of these games is that the developer, the artists that created these assets, that created these imagery, we're now able to show them at the resolution that they were created at and closer to the true intent, as opposed to where they were limited before on what the output was for the technology at the time. And the games just look so much cleaner. They look so much smoother. Details are more present.
It's neat.
And, everything
it's nice.
It just feels like a better game when you play it.
There's something poetic about the game not
it's nice
that it looks as good as it does.
You don't know your own strength.
What other Xbox One features will we be able to use?
Screen cap.
Well, ultimately, these are just like any other Xbox One game. So all the features the Xbox One offers in terms of parties and other things, if the game supports it, you can take advantage of those in the game as well.
So I can imagine two things people want to know. One is, how do I get these? And two is, when can I?
Yeah, how much?
So we're going to have a couple different release dates for different sets of games.
Oh, just release the friggin' games, man.
26th. And we'll post that on the Xbox Wire, the specifics of which ones come out when. In addition to that, though, like any of the other Back Compat games, if you own the disc, you put the disc in, it'll initiate the download. If you own the game digitally, or you buy it digitally, you can go into Ready Install and just install it straight from there.
So you may already have these games.
That's right. If you have that disc, you go dust off that drawer, you pull it out, you find it, you pop it in your Xbox One when the game launches, and you'll be ready to go.
We're seeing some Battlefront 2 on screen here. Now this is going to be a trip to go back and play this.
Yeah, this will be a really cool one to see.
Yeah, it looks so crisp.
The Star Wars engagement has been pretty phenomenal. Super excited about a lot of these games.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will love playing through them again. Yeah. Now that they have 4K TVs and things have changed a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's a great list of OG Xbox backward compatibility games. What's going on in the world of 360 back compat?
Well, the technology that we used originally for the Xbox original games, we then took and applied that to Xbox One X to have Xbox One X enhanced 360 games. And in fact, we have a new set of enhanced games also coming out, and they are launching today, including today, including a new title.
Whoa, here we go.
Red Dead Redemption.
Force Unleashed, Red Dead Redemption, Darksiders, Gears of War 2, Portal 2, and Sonic Generations.
And Sonic Generations is new to the 360 back compat program, all up, and it's releasing while it's enhanced as well.
Amazing. That's a great list.
Yeah,
I mean, Star Wars Force Unleashed, I love that game. My son actually plays it all the time, so I can't wait to see that enhanced.
They all look unbelievable. I will say that Red Dead looks amazing. Force Unleashed looks great, and Sonic Generations.
Get this guy out of here.
And you said today.
Today.
Why are we still sitting here?
I want to get back into Red Dead Redemption.
We're done. Yeah.
That's going to be a brilliant way to go back to Red Dead Redemption now as well, right? And
yeah, I think so. It's pretty stunning.
Okay. Excellent. Bill, thank you.
Thank you.
So there you have it, a grand total of 19 titles coming online in April for OG back compat. So that's more than double the number featured in the initial release. Plus, we've got brand new Xbox One X enhanced 360 titles. You just saw the list there, amazing list. They look and feel fresher than ever, just like Gears of War 2. So do you like the list, or are you making a fist? I want you to beam your reactions to #InsideXbox, and Rukari and Alex will feature your comments later in the show.
Keep speaking of rhymes. It's working out for you. Up next, a celebrity guest that I can hardly wait to talk with about the future of Ghost Recon Wildlands. We'll also have the return of stealth legend Sam Fisher, and we've got Overkill's The Walking Dead, Xbox Fan Fest at E3 2018. I can't believe we're only 2 months away. And PUBG and just so much more.
I don't know how we're going to fit it all in. But before we step off the back compat train, we had a chance to catch up with Rod Ferguson, studio head of the Coalition and executive producer for Gears of War 2, about what it's like to see his groundbreaking title, Gears of War 2, enhanced on Xbox One X. Resurrected like a phoenix, you might say.
You might not.
Probably the number one thing people ask about is for a Gears 2 upgrade, and to be able to see that on the enhanced now on the Xbox One X, it looks so cool. There's a lot that Gears 2 brought to the franchise, and to revisit it now 10 years later and to see it look so good at 4K, it was just phenomenal. For Gears 2, we really wanted the scale to be about a war and not just a little.
It doesn't look that much different though. Like, it's just a little higher resolution. They're not like doing like an ultimate version to it.
I just love that moment and the way that it all came together.
I don't understand their strategy. I understand they released this X. I get it, but yo, these things should not be like. Oh man, like, I don't know.
The fact that we as a developer of the game don't have to do anything, and it's all just the backpack team doing it. Like, I just love the fact that I can go back and play the game and it didn't take anything from our team.
It's time with you. No, he jumped out before launch, but I see another lift up ahead.
Gears 1 came in super hot, and we felt like we had sacrificed some things around storytelling and gameplay that we really wanted to bring forward with Gears 2. And so, like, the Maria moment for us was, it established a bar for us in the franchise. The fact that we had a franchise that you can go from sort of comic booky action to kind of straightforward military to kind of super emotional. Like, you'd be laughing in one moment and crying in the next. And the fact that this was all kind of done in large men in armor and chainsaws, like, it was crazy. Why is Gears 2 the most requested revisit? I think it has a lot to do with just how the game felt. I think there's a lot of things around the way multiplayer felt in Gears 2, and especially, I know, like, River is one of the #1 map requests that we still haven't fulfilled to do it. I feel that all the time. So I think, some of the locations for multiplayer, but I think it's the old school Horde, like living by your wits, that there weren't fortifications and there weren't systems in place, that it basically was planting shields, plant grenades, and hold up and fight for your life. And I think that kind of old school gameplay is what people really want to revisit with a contemporary visual. And I think the idea of having it at 4K now allows for that, so people can go back and have that nostalgia and that gameplay they really want, but have it look awesome on their 4K TV.
Gears 2 looks just delicious on Xbox One X. I wonder if I can still make Wave 50 in a hardcore.
It doesn't look that much different.
Shields in the doorways.
Just a higher resolution on Gears 2. Like, that's the 4K enhancements for the X. Like,
but first,
okay.
It's time for a couple of quick updates. This time without the clock. First up, in honor of the Gears of War 2 Xbox One X Enhanced, all downloadable content for the game is now free. That includes every multiplayer map and the Road to Ruin deleted scene from the campaign. If that doesn't make you strap on your oversized boots and rev up a Lancer, I don't know what will. And don't forget that Gears of War 2 is available as part of Xbox Game Pass. Whether you own it on disc, digitally, or are a member of Xbox Game Pass, now's the time to revisit this beloved entry in the franchise. And don't forget that the first Wednesday showdown for Forza Racing Championship 2018 is tomorrow, April 11th. The first set of race flies off the line at 2 p.m. Eastern, and the showdown number 2 begins at 9 p.m. Eastern.
There you go.
I just weep when I see these lap times. They're so good. Just incredible. All right, check out all the details at ForzaRC.com. Finally, the Minecon Earth 2018 live stream was announced just this very morning. And well, take a look.
Minecon Earth is back. Bigger, better, and more craftier. Gather your
Minecon
favorite
Earth.
Friends, family, and same wolves to watch
Well, the backwards
Minecraft
compatibility
Expo
stuff, they said it was
on
coming,
Saturday,
which is
September
good.
29th, featuring live gameplay
Minecon.
and free
So, I guess that's coming. They some of the backwards compatibility Xbox original games was Jade Empire, Conquer Live and Reloaded. I have to see if the servers are still working for that. That's pretty cool. Like, I do have that game, but and a bunch of Star Wars games from the original Xbox, like the original Battlefront, I think. So like it's good. Like, it's nice that they just keep building the library backwards compatibility. What I don't like though is of those games that they announced for the original Xbox, those games actually are going to be coming out over time. It's not all available today, and they're going to have release dates for each of those games. They just kind of announced like maybe about 15 of them or 20 of them, and now they're going to trickle them out over the next few weeks or month or so. Like, and it's just like, come on, just release. Like, these things do not need to be carrots. Like, these things should just be automatic. Like, go automatic. Now they're doing the Twitter thing, so I'm going to talk over them. But like, yeah, this stuff just needs to be coming out today. Just go. I know. I don't understand this whole like we are just dragging this stuff out. Like, these are very nice little bonuses of the X, but this is not the stuff that you drag out. Like, just boom, just dump it out, man. Just release it and move on. But it makes me think every time they hold on to these things and just trickle them out and these announcements, it makes you think, like, what else do you guys have? If we're savoring these little announcements like this, the hype, like, what is left? What is there? What left is there now? And that's where it warrants caution, because all this stuff is neat, but it should be just. They should just be dropping it, man. It should just be dropping. This stuff does not need to be handed out. But Conquer, at least they're acknowledging our Conquer exists. But we'll see about that. And now I'm going to talk about Sam Fisher, the Sam Fisher Splinter Cell on the Ghost Recon. But they didn't do Sam Fisher, any Splinter Cell backwards compatibility, Chaos Theory, anything for the original X. Oh, look, they got Michael Ironside. How awesome.
Just sort of like in awe of that introduction.
Very cool. But anyway, and then the 360 games that are getting that enhancement with the higher resolution on the X is Red Dead Redemption, Gears of War 2. So
I am Sam Fisher.
Right.
it is Sam Fisher.
What's interesting is
But it's nice. But the 4K enhancement stuff, like the Gears of War 2 that it showed, looked neat. It looked better, but it wasn't like what Ultimate was or Remaster or anything along those lines. It looked like a little bit of a resolution bump. The Xbox original games, though, on the X do look like they're sharper and they do have better color, but they're not widescreen. And, so that's about it for the backwards compatibility. That was the big news that they had. So now they're interviewing Michael Ironside for Sam Fisher because they're adding that to Ghost Recon. And it's great seeing him back. Unfortunately, he wasn't the voice in the last Splinter Cell. That was, Keith Sutherland when he was doing that. But, it'll be great if he came back in a new one if they're announcing that. So maybe they're teasing it, but, again, a lot of these announcements, I don't, and I wrote it on Twitter, I just don't feel that they warrant this show. Like, I think this show is neat. I think they want to do this to promote Mixer, to get something to watch on Mixer. But I don't think that the things that they've announced, like those backwards compatibility things, they didn't have anybody demoing it. They just announced it and showed an image of it. That was it. Like, but now we're spending 15 minutes talking to Michael Ironside. Like, it's just, make it about the games, guys. Like, why don't you talk about what the actual Splinter Cell is? Like, I don't want to, it's great seeing Michael Ironside, but this is what I mean. Like, it's sort of like know your audience. People want gaming news. The game stuff was great. You should have showed some of the game, somebody playing the games on the Xbox One X, not just a screen clip of it. Have somebody play a live session of Conquer Live and Reloaded. Have somebody play like an opening thing to Jade Empire or Star Wars. Like they shot through that so fast. For the amount of time they're talking on Michael Ironside, and also they interviewed how the backwards compatibility team was going. Like, we should be seeing more games. If you're going to create a visual show like this, we should be seeing more gameplay, more games, and not people's faces. That's my criticism so far on this. We're watching this video. I want to see the games running. I want to see the games playing. I want to know where I could buy those games, how much those games are. They didn't even talk about the retail price of those Xbox original games. The biggest announcement is the 360 games, the 6 of them that are enhanced live today. But again, those could just be quick posts. We didn't have to wait to 6:30 and have this show to do this thing. And it's like, you bring me there with the announcements, and now I get to sit here and watch you do an interview. Like, I don't know.
Right. Okay. So how was the process of actually being involved?
And this is like, if this thing's going to go, Kung Fu Chaos, somebody posted in the chat. That would be awesome. That was made by Ninja Theory. It was one of their first games. Nothing about avatars. Nothing so far about State of Decay 2. They said shout out. And if they talk more about PUBG and Deadmau5, go watch that on Mixer. I was there live. That was a disaster. And that was just, yeah. That's like taking your top Call of Duty player on Xbox and say, hey, we're launching Call of Duty on PC, but we want you to play it on PC and promote the PC version. Here's a keyboard and mouse. And watch that fiasco, because that's what that was. They took one of the top PUBG kind of streamers of, a DJ and a popular streamer who plays on PC primarily, and gave him an Xbox controller, and he didn't know how to play. It was silly. It was funny, entertaining, but he's like, well, how do you peek out of corners? And then the developer, PUBG himself, the unknown guy, goes, I don't know. And he goes, Major Nelson, how do you do it? And he goes, it just kind of just happens, I guess. Like, it was sad. It did not do any favors for that game. And it really showed the jank, the pop up and stuff like that. And people all around me were like, he don't play on Xbox. Like, the Xbox version is not the good version. That's the version. Nobody plays that version. And they were like, I hear people mumbling that around me. Like, why is he not playing on PC? And I don't know how much Microsoft paid them. And now we got, as I'm talking, guys, Michael Ironside is still talking. If you want to hear what he's saying, you can go watch the video. But like, and then you got all people now on Twitter feed that they're showing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy all those backwards compatibility games, and it's like,
So you really have been holding on to that character embedded in the 70s.
They're still interviewing him.
25 years until you're able to really bring him out and say him.
Well, that character I met at that wedding reception, in front of the whole of you, has been the base for a lot of characters. It's almost like the canvas.
Can't wait to play Red Dead Redemption now in 4K. Guys, it's nice. I always said it's nice. But the updates that they're putting on these backwards compatibility titles, they are not remasters. They are not revisions. They don't adjust the controls. They're not adding features to these games. They are just giving them resolution bumps. And if that's something, that game's been sitting on your console, sitting in your drawer for all these years, and you have not played it, to me, my opinion is like, I will turn it on. I will say, yes, this works. I will play a mission or two, and then I will move on to go play the new games, such as, Far Cry 5. The next game, let's go. And then, if I have a PlayStation, you go God of War, Ni no Kuni 2, or I'm going to go play State of Decay 2. I want to play the new stuff on the new console that shows the power of the console. I do not understand why they released the most powerful console in the world to just upscale old backwards compatibility games, because they kind of could have done that with the S, right? Like, this could have been done with the S. Like, you really don't need the power of the X to up-res original Xbox title. Like, this is not something that you paid $500 for to say, I need the power of the X to up-res an Xbox game, original Xbox game. And they're kind of making it seem like that, which is like, I don't think people bought the X for the past. They bought it for the future. The games are nice that are doing this, and the features are nice, and they're building a catalog. But guys, in the realm of, you got 3 games, State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, which received poor showing on Metacritic and is not really holding its own. They're might add more content to it. They're still talking to Michael Ironside, by the way. So, yeah, I'm just lowering it. You know, if you have in Crackdown 3, which we still don't have a release date, nor a demo, nor saw the multiplayer in over 2 years, like, when the future seems so dire, the past seems that they're just relying on it because that's all they got. And that's my opinion on that. Like, I feel if we were getting the newer games, like the games that they were showing in the beginning of this generation, the Rises, and we knew the Titanfall and all these games and the games that were made for the Xbox were coming, and then they're adding backwards compatibility and all this stuff, just like when they announced backwards compatibility. That would be tolerable. That would be great. Like, we're getting the future and we're getting the past. But when the future and where everything's going is uncertain and it's kind of dire right now, and all you keep doing is tell me about all these old games that I played 4 and 5 years ago, and now they work, they are not long enough to keep your attention. Like, I don't. The people are going to go back and play Red Dead Redemption. All right, they finished him, but like, you're gonna replay the whole game. You could have played it over a year and a half ago, because that thing's been backwards compatible. What are they doing now? Oh, finally, the announcement. The whole reason why they were interviewing Sam Fisher, Michael Ironside.
It makes the brass sweat. That's what they call me. I'm the guy that goes where others can't. I'm the guy that will cross that line.
So it's a Sam Fisher skin for Ghost Recon.
And I'm the guy who solves their problems with swift action. I followed my target to Bolivia.
The missions.
He plans on selling Langley's secrets to the Santa Blanca drug cartel. I'm alone without my team.
Can you do the split? Can you do the
Lucky
split?
for me, some old friends are in the neighborhood. All right, Ghost. This is Sam Fisher. Let's go for a ride.
I know, man. Ironside is the best. They screwed it with the last one. Was Keith the Sutherland, I think they used, not Ironside, right? Presents Splinter Cell. Special Operation 1, April 10th. New weapons. Oh. New night vision goggles. Splinter Cell costume. Sam Fisher goggles. Echelon class. PvP. Nice. So they added like him as a class. Well, his spy class. Oh, it's great. I'm glad that they merged them together. April 10th. That's today. Oh, I'll be doing that. Definitely. Oh, you got to buy the Splinter Cell game. I don't know if it's free. I don't know if it's free or not. Splinter Cell pack in the store? I'll check it out.
All right, we're here with Laura Carter. Laura, you are the community dev, right? You work on the Ghost Recon Wildlands team. That was an incredible trailer, and I love your style here because you guys announced it on Monday, shipped it on Tuesday. It's available now, right?
Yeah, available now. So everyone can go check out all the new content.
Yeah, check it out.
Phenomenal.
Laura, what was the team's reaction when they heard they were going to be putting Sam Fisher
Legendary.
into the Wildlands? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, as I'm saying,
Recon.
teams are so excited to bring such an iconic character to the Wildlands, and additionally, just the opportunity that it gave us to create so much new content.
Oh, you gotta find them.
We have this free PvE mission. Additionally, it meant we could add in Sam Fisher's iconic night vision goggles into the game. We have a new PvP class called the Echelon, so all based in Splinter Cell. So
Nah, Frogs, it's on everything. It's not exclusive. They're just talking about it on the show.
When you're working on this project, I mean, Splinter Cell.
It's a special mission, and then you get his skin.
You know, he's got legendary.
You can meet up with him in the mission.
And Ghost Recon is a little bit different. So how did
We
you
need to
bring those
play.
two
Go get
together
him.
so that they were still true to their own universes?
So it's really, well, for us, what we wanted to do is a question of just ensuring that, you know, when our players, you know, they play alongside Sam in this mission, that they really felt like they were playing alongside the character that they've come to know and love.
Mhm.
So to do that, it was very much a question of ensuring that his personality really shows through. Obviously, everyone, you know, it's very iconic. So
Yes, it's
you know,
very
he's got a great
cool.
sense of humor, wit, you know, a high sense of duty. So it's just make sure that by the dialogue and the interactions he has with the ghost, that, you know, you really feel like you're playing, you know, alongside Sam. And then additionally, just with the mission itself, you know, being, you know, based on Splinter Cell, that it's a stealth mission, it's set at nighttime. So it's just a question of, you know, bringing the world of Splinter Cell, the mood of Splinter Cell, into the Wildlands and just giving it the little Ghost Recon Wildlands touch.
So I wrote, yay, more interviews.
Use in trying to complete the mission.
Yeah, so it's quite a tough mission.
Warning.
Yeah, definitely a warning. So
That's good. I got it over there too. We could play it.
Sam would, you know, go step by step, take your time, and really important.
And Frogs, thanks for joining. What I was saying before was like they do these videos, and it's like you think that they would just show more gameplay and actually people playing the game rather than doing all these interviews. Like it just seems so you know, with all those backwards compatibility games and things like that. Like they showed very limited gameplay. They didn't show anybody like booting up Conquer Live and Reloaded or somebody actually playing these games. Like hey, we have some live gameplay of this or something like that. Instead, they just have these interviews, and upon interviews, they spoke to Michael Ironside for like 15 minutes. That was the majority of this whole show. It's great for Michael Ironside. You know, I'm so glad they got him, but like, here's another interview. Like, we got it, guys. Like, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is just one part of this huge update and the start of year 2 for Ghost Recon.
Like, too many talking heads. Like, I feel like I'm watching ESPN. Imagine if ESPN. Well, ESPN's all talking heads and less games, right?
So we have this free mission that we've been talking about today. Additionally, we have a new community requested feature, which is AI teammate customization.
Yes.
Happy to bring this to our players, and it basically means that
and what's crazy is that they could have tied in their backwards compatibility with Chaos Theory. You know, the Chaos Theory is not backwards compatible.
We have a new mode called Sabotage, and the idea here is that one team needs to capture and hold an objective before the timer runs out, and the opposing team tries to stop them. And then we have a new PvP assault class called the Echelon. He's super cool. And so he comes with a sonar pulse ability, and you can actually see enemies through walls at a short range distance.
Why don't you show it? Why don't we show the Echelon class in action? Here's some gameplay, guys. Nope.
So basically, this unlocks all Ghost War classes a week early with each update. It has a special customization pack in it. Lots of Splinter Cell inspired.
Man, the Z's in their chat is just hilarious. That is all they're getting is Z's.
This is the second year, but let's quick look back at year 1. What were some of the highlights for Ghost Recon Wildlands?
So we actually had 13 title updates last year. So it was
Yeah, I know. Like,
and then so during
and what I was saying before, well, Michael Ironside was talking was like, if they had if the future is so we don't know what the future is. We don't know the games. We got the 3 games that, you know, Sea of Thieves is what it is. Limited content, limited game. State of K2 was awesome. I wish they made this a State of K2 thing. According to their agenda, it doesn't look like State of K2 is even going to be talked about. They're going to talk about that friggin' PUBG and Deadmau5 fiasco, which was horrible that I was at PAX. No State of K2. I thought they had interviews with Undead Labs. He didn't have a podcast at PAX either, the interviewing State of K2. And now we're still talking about this title update for Ghost Recon. And it is just like, if we didn't have the dire situation we have now with new games and future games, The backwards compatibility would be neat. It would be nice bonuses. I'm glad. But the fact that they just keep enhancing, and they're not doing big enhancements, man. They're just resolution bumps. Like the original games, the Xbox original games look better. Still 4:3, not widescreen, but they look a sharper and better color. There you go. The 360 games have a little bit higher. No achievements either. Yeah, they don't add achievements. They're just dumping them out there. On top of that, the backwards compatibility games, the original Xbox ones, the 15 or 20 or so they announced, they're not all coming out right now. They said, oh, they're going to have release schedules and they're going to be coming out later. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? Are we really holding these over our heads as like you announce these and now they just show memes and Twitter? This is just like, and all from just, this is just this Twitter board or whatever.
Speaking of nervous games, huh? Yeah, because this is how I like to smile at you.
Oh my goodness! Like this is just, like that's the thing. Like they're relying so much, and it's not even they're putting the effort into backwards compatibility where they're adding achievements. They're making it widescreen. They're putting these games something like that. They have done. They're just running through an emulator and dumping them on the Xbox. And like I said, backwards compatibility, yeah, and you know, I'm just gonna say it, and you know, I hate keep doing these comparisons, but I'm playing Shadow of the Colossus. That game had modified controls. They fixed they just added an update to fix the controls, to modify them, to modernize them. I mean, and that game looks incredible, 4K widescreen, like from a PlayStation 2 game, and that's good. That's really cool. But like when they showed like Jade Empire with the same animations, like I'm like, wow, that's what that game looked like. Because in my head, I thought it looked a lot better than what they showed. And even when they showed it enhanced, I'm like, ooh. Again, you're gonna put them on, you'll play it for 15 minutes, half hour, an hour the most, and it goes right back to where it was, because that's what backwards compatibility is, man. That's what it is. It is a neat collection that you're going to visit time and again. Like now that Red Dead Redemption got a 4K update to it. Oh, here they are at PAX. I'm gonna be on their video. I saw that hype team running around. But like, you know, the fact that they did that, like, if somebody's not gonna say I'm gonna go play the whole entire 30 hours because of that. Let's see if I'm on this IGN at this PAX. I saw the hype crew with them. Oh, that guy won a 1-year Xbox Game Pass. I won a month. They found the one person that loves CFDs. Oh, this is the disaster. I sat for this thing. Oh my goodness.
We needed like a level 4 mouse head with frying pans for ears.
Right. I mean, you got to kill right off the bat. It was great.
He got killed because he didn't know how to pick up the weapon. The controllers.
Hey, Slimer here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson here. PAX East in Boston.
There's another interview with Deadmau5 and Brandon Green.
PUBG, Deadmau5, great.
Both of these guys did not know the Xbox controls. Go watch the Mixer stream.
We've done a number of collaborations with Xbox and heads and stuff. So we only deemed it necessary. I said, we needed like a level 4 mouse head with frying pans for ears. Right. And we just sent them the kind of.
It's just, said, okay, it's not about games, man. It's about personalities. It's about people. It's about interviews. It's about celebrity appearances with Deadmau5 and Michael Ironside. What are they trying to do? Are they putting smoke and mirrors over our faces? Because that's how I feel right now. It's like they're using games as just like they're just using games as a vehicle. They're not using games as the point. It's like, hey, we're gonna show PUBG so we could advertise for Deadmau5 is playing it. Oh my god, that weapon, that thing on the bridge was ridiculous. You know, let's talk about Michael Ironside for 20 minutes. Like, why are the games not the important thing? The game announcements. This is for gamers. This is like the stuff that you try to do to try to show, like, hey, Mom, Deadmau5 plays this game. I want to play it too. It's like, well, Michael, it's just really weird using celebrities, using interviews, using all this other stuff to kind of.
And Brendan, you had a chance.
Oh my God, that was totally.
Games and game are still. I mean, you're continuing. The team's.
He's not even working on it. Trust me, he didn't even know the controls.
Yeah, no, like we're up to, I think, patch 12 now on Xbox.
Patch 12, yay!
Rumor coming in May. You know, we're just continually upgrading, continually improving the experience. And
oh, I saw it live. They had it in the booth. They had 20 kiosks.
And really, you know, getting there.
And they had an autograph signing there with Major Nelson, the Brandon Green, and Deadmau5, instead of having his podcast where he had a podcast for the last 8 years there, and he interviewed a developer at that podcast. He could have interviewed Undead Labs to promote State of the K2. The year before he had Overwatch, he had another year they had Ken Levine for BioShock Infinite. They had the Killer Instinct team there for season 3. All his podcasts had that and had a little promo thing. He had Rod Ferguson there for Gears of War 1 packs. This year he could have had Undead Labs State of the K, and instead they didn't have a podcast at PAX. Instead they had this live play with Brandon with Deadmau5, and then they had an autograph signing. Again, like I just feel like
that's right. If you've been on the fence with PUBG, now is the time to take the plunge risk-free on Xbox One. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds will be part of Xbox Live Gold Free Play Days beginning Thursday, April 19th through Sunday, April 22nd. Now, anytime
Gold Play
Days, you can download PUBG just by clicking on the gold member.
you know, you could have just added a trial like every other friggin' preview game. No, but it's a gold play day. So, what does that mean? That means you got to sign up for gold. Yeah. They want you to sign up for gold.
Now, in addition to free play days, the team is also dropping the PUBG 5-pack. Now, that includes a t-shirt, pants, a beanie, and shoes.
This is a preview game, people.
So you'll be styling when you smack that final player with a frying pan. The 2-pack will only be available from April 19th to May 9th. Still ahead, Graham and I will explore what's popping up on Xbox Game Pass, including an interview with developer Free Jam Games.
Yep, you're right.
Things you need to know about Robocraft and
This feels so violated. You know, it's just so hard to describe. Like it.
Jump on Xbox Fan Fest at E3 2018.
Yeah, I want to hear what Xbox Fan Fest is. I really do, because you did nothing at PAX. Could have did a Fan Fest then.
Spring update, which the team is working hard to deliver in the coming weeks. Major Nelson, now you know he's going to serve.
How long has this crap been going on? This is going to be pushing almost an hour, and they monopolize this thing with interviews, with little announcements here and there of just kind of things that people care about, but they've just done 20 minutes of friggin' interviews. And here's the 1440p update.
For games and media. This feature should be especially appealing to Xbox One owners who use a 1440p display.
Yeah, you know, I'm not even. I said I'm probably not going to last through this thing. This thing is just, you know, like I told you, fool me once.
But that's not all. We also added an option to turn on AMD Radeon FreeSync for supported TVs and monitors. FreeSync is a form of variable refresh rate, which helps to reduce
variable. Yay!
Minimize display stuttering.
I love that having a pack for PUBG. I never saw a preview game get so much packed in with games, DLC, free play weekend. It should have had a trial from day one.
To notify your display when you're playing a game. So a TV that also supports ALLM will know to switch to its low latency video mode.
They're lost, man. I tell you, every single thing that comes out of their mouth makes me cringe for E3, because it is there is nothing they're ramping up that gives you confidence, like, oh man, E3 is gonna be, I think E3 is gonna be the flop of flops. Their E3, they are on level 9, and the rest of the world is on level 20. I don't know where they are somewhere. They listen to no feedback. This thing is now an hour in, and what they're doing is doing 15-20 minutes of publicity to get like ads or to promote Twitter, their presence on Twitter, to promote their celebrities, to promote interviews with little Xbox news that people care about. They probably could cut it down to like 15 minutes. Like I said, we don't even need this video. We could just have a video. Oh, yeah, they're talking about the streaming to share control through the PC.
By plugging in a controller into the PC. In addition, you can now share captured screenshots and clips directly to Twitter from the Broadcast and Capture tab of the guide. Captures will display and play directly in your Twitter feed instead of showing up as a link. We'll even help you get your media discovered by suggesting hashtags for the title of the game. Preview Insider members have had this for a while, but now everyone can choose to switch.
Yeah, but now they're previewing uploading directly to Twitter without going to Xbox. That's what's hilarious about this thing, is that last month they talked about this feature. This was going to preview. It's been in preview. Now it's coming to everybody, but now they're previewing really sharing directly up to Twitter, because before you had to, what they're releasing today, you have to upload it to their servers and then go to Twitter. So it's a double sign up. So what they're testing now is that directly up to Twitter, which is hilarious. So, and they needed feedback for that too. They needed people to say like, no, I don't want to upload to your servers then Twitter. That's too long. It doesn't. Instead, there it is. You know.
The Microsoft Edge browser on Xbox One has been updated.
Wow, this is, yep. Yeah, I think I'm going to give this another 15 minutes, you know, because I'm like, I'd rather be playing games right now than watching this trash. Who the hell knows who they're going to interview now? FanFest. They probably sit Aaron Greenberg down and he'll talk about how the fans are so important and all that other stuff. But they did nothing with the feedback. So I just want to put this out there. I'm going to say this again tomorrow night. We listen to your feedback, we're going to take feedback. They have not done anything. That is a bunch of horse crap. They don't listen to feedback. That's like the people on the airline saying, thank you for your patience when you're sitting there for 3 hours on the tarmac. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Thank you for your patience. We got the feedback. We'll take your feedback. They did not make this any shorter. They had more FaceTime with celebrities and interviews again, more wasteful time. And this is the first hour. Then they showed they're not even half done. And they shot through that Xbox compatibility list in 15 minutes. They talked to the guy more about how his team is working on than actually showing the games running on an Xbox One X. And I mentioned this before. Why did you need the X to enhance an Xbox original game? That could have been done on the original Xbox One. The S, for that matter. So I don't know why they're making this an X perk. They're still talking about it, Frog. He's still, I don't know what the hell he's talking about now. He's talking about audio adjustments now with all these Xbox updates. Oh, with music. You finally could change Spotify playlists. Yeah.
System sounds on home and in the guide have been completely revamped.
Oh, system sounds, guys. System sounds. Your feedback, it matters.
In addition to all these new features, a subset of users may also see additional experimental features that we did not mention here. These features are only enabled for a portion of the Xbox audience to gauge interest and collect feedback. Many of our Xbox insiders have already had the chance to play with these experiments. If you would like to join them, getting started as an Xbox insider is easy.
These guys got no clue, people. No clue.
Thanks for watching.
PlayStation did super sampling. They said, hey, super sampling's playing. 2 weeks later, it's like 5.2 is out. Enjoy super sampling. I didn't hear one PlayStation head talk at all. And all I do is see the heads over here talking all over the place. Talking. Just do. I don't know why it's so hard now to say you bought a gaming console and expect games. I don't understand why that seems to be such a challenge. And people are yelling games in the chat, in their chat.
The Microsoft Store.
Now, Graham and I will be right back with a full rundown of this month's Xbox Game Pass titles. But first, let's check off the top 5 things that you need to know about RoboCraft Infinity.
This is like an infomercial, like at nighttime. Where are they now? RoboCraft.
RoboCraft Infinity is really that childhood dream of being able to build Legos,
Another
take
interview.
them into a battle and fight them with other people, except instead of your imagination, you get to do that online. We've got
somebody wrote they're selling their Xbox after this show.
put together with a bunch of different building cubes and just create these really amazing robots online that you can then.
It was interesting, you know. I was listening to Zaire today, and one of the things that he said, and it was a very good point. It was a point going for a company that says we understand, we got your feedback, we want your feedback, and for another company that doesn't talk at all. And you don't hear Shuhei, you don't hear Sean Layden. They just you don't even see them, and they just announce super sampling. They don't say super sampling works on the Pro. Here's God of War. Here's Ni no Kuni. Here is Spider-Man drop. They are talking more about bullshit features, and Sony's dropping games. They're just talking release dates, special editions, pre-order now, Spider-Man, games that worth the damn. This is an indie game. Come on. This is a game in Game Pass. Everybody's going to get to try this. But for a company that says we hear you, we listen to you, we want your feedback, we got it. They are so disconnected with their audience, it is ridiculous. And for the other company that doesn't say anything, it doesn't have any kind of presence, doesn't have Michael Ironside sitting on their lap, nothing against him, but don't have celebrities deadmau5 playing their games, a drop in just games that are worth a damn, that look good, that go, wow. It just shows the disconnect that I don't even believe they even listened to feedback. Obviously, they didn't from the last one, because this one is the same as the last one. This is, it's a build a robot and go fight. Very cool. Can't wait to try it in Game Pass. Launching in Game Pass day 1. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is your E3, people. This is your E3. It's just Phil Spencer's going to be talking about it. Game Pass launch exclusive. We got another one. We got Game Pass launch exclusive. Console launch exclusive. Xbox and Windows launch exclusive. They have created their own little, they create something and they do exclusive for it. That's what they're doing. They're creating that little cut in the world, and now they got this game preview exclusive. That's what the whole E3 is going to be about. It's a Minecraft game. All they're doing is they're doing Minecraft create games, trying to grab that Minecraft hype, and they're doing PUBG games like a DayZ or like the PUBG looking game. Those kind of games, because they all look the same. That's what they're trying to do. It just whatever. I don't know if you can even hear them. It's not even worth it. It's like you gotta watch it. Yeah, look at this wonderful building. I'll make 2 arms and a leg. Yeah, The Walking Dead, I know. Which, how can they promote this Walking Dead game when they got State of Decay 2 releasing in a month and just had it playable at PAX, that people probably want more information since they didn't have any interviews at PAX about the game? And let's talk about Walking Dead. Unless there's a Walking Dead crossover in State of Decay 2. I'll wait till after they talk about this Robot Blocks game. $15 game that, you'll play in your spare time.
To be able to then feed off of those communities to help us shape and improve the game on the Xbox. So that was a great opportunity for us.
My favorite robots and the craziest robots I've seen are things that people come up with on their own. So you can imitate other things. So you can create Master Chief, for example, or some
Let's
other
see something here.
characters, but the best ones are things you come up with yourself. So crazy ostrich with a top hat and a monocle. My favorite one would have to be one.
What is it? RoboCraft? I don't know what the hell they're talking about. RoboCraft.
Sounds kind of boring, but it was actually just this flying armored sphere full of guns that really wrecked face in game.
Huh?
Fun enough,
Is this the game, RoboCraft? Yeah.
Created something that impressed us. I'd like to see people really go out there, build something unique, and then share it with the community.
Wait a second. Oh, I see something here. What is this?
We'll be doing competitions as well.
Ah!
Really let your
Oh my god! I tell you,
something mad and wonderful and beautiful, and I think you'll have a good time.
that is funny. This game, I go to their website, RoboCraft, and it says play for free right now. You can just play for free. It's on Steam. You just have to register for it. You can play for free.
That's a great piece. Like, I love seeing the variety.
Oh goodness gracious! Yeah, this is the game, RoboCraft.
Yeah, and available tomorrow from the Microsoft Store, or if you subscribe to Game Pass, you're going to be able to play it then. That's great. Let's talk more about Xbox Game Pass for April. But before we lift off the newest titles, Jeff, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to explain to everyone what Xbox Game Pass is. Ready? Go!
Larry gets a minute and a retractable mic, and I get
You're wasting time.
How much would you pay to have access to over 100? It's almost 150 games. $50, $1,000.
Probably $9.99.
That's what it costs. I think the best part about it is, like, let's say next month, I'm over 10 seconds. State of Decay 2 is coming directly into it. You can play State of Decay if you haven't played it. Year 1 Survival Edition. Play it now. It's part of Game Pass.
That's right. So it's $9.99 a month, $7.99 if you're over in the UK. Get access to all those games. And we've got all these new titles that just landed this month as well.
Yeah, 3D Dot Heroes. That game looks like, but it's free on computer. You could just go on your computer and play it.
Watch last month's episode for lots of tips there.
So I'm a huge fan of this game. Great for drinking tea with. Great strategic builder.
Game Pass is really weak this month. It's kind of silly considering they got a lot of subscribers with Sea of Thieves. You think they would have done another month to kind of keep people hooked, but they didn't.
And there's more.
Kingdom New Lands.
I was just playing this last week. It's great. Side-scrolling, really beautiful 8-bit aesthetic style. Really.
Oh goodness, guys!
Yeah, it's a good.
The mediocrity is just insane.
Pretty fun to battle, I think.
They are putting so much pressure on their shoulders for E3. There's nothing that they could announce at E3 to relieve the pressure that they are building for themselves with every single announcement that they make since last E3.
We also have Sacred Citadel and Late Shift.
The amount of pressure that they have built, that of expectations of big games coming out, like if they don't announce just 2 hours or an hour and a half of just AAA exclusive games, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know, because these guys, they're not even doing a Nintendo thing. They are doing just, I don't know what thing.
Not next month. Next Monday, April 16th. We can add games whenever we want. We don't have to wait till the end of the month.
Bomberman. Happy memories.
Always good.
Bomberman, I heard someone on the podcast say this recently, and it really resonated with me. It's like the original Battle Royale.
It really is. The 3 games that we're supposed to get last year is this year. And we'll get some kind of like...
And in just another week, you can play this one.
There you go.
Nothing about Crackdown. Nothing about State of Decay 2.
Don't forget about the Xbox Game Pass Quest, where a 24-karat gold Xbox One X, I'm not making that up, is currently up for grabs. All you need to do is earn 1 achievement in any Xbox.
All right, I'll wait for the next topic and then I'm turning this off because I just don't. I'm done.
Can we cue Larry's white glove treatment from the last show, please? I'd love to see that again.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, look how young we look.
Look at those white gloves. Do you know what? Remember Larry gave me a pair of those white gloves?
Yeah, this is snooze fest.
You're just going around dusting all of the consoles, anything shiny.
Very good.
But then
I'm gonna go play some games.
Seems like a pretty easy quest to be able to take care of. You can do that. I actually played.
It is, man. It's a services. But you know what? In order to drive services, you got to have the content. So if they're not going to focus on first-party games and they think that these little indies and you know, little build things and things like that are going to keep people staying and subscribing to their services, people are not going to. And that's the problem that they have. They're trying to sell services without the content. So tell me, if you know Stranger Things wasn't on Netflix and things like that, they're not going, like, who's going to do it? Who's going to subscribe to it? Who's going to subscribe to AMC without Walking Dead? You need content. Exactly. If you got a decent PC, and you know what, any PC you kind of buy nowadays, it's pretty capable of running a game. Like, you're not going to be running it at 4K ultra settings, but you could run a game. So as PCs get more and more powerful, it really basically goes that you don't need an Xbox. You don't. And the thing is you know what? Even say the games that they're even releasing are not that powerful. Like, they're not that powerful, these games. Like, you can run them basically on an i5, like with a mobile graphics card, with an Intel basic graphics card. Some like this RoboCraft. You don't need no power of the X for that. You don't need a $500 beast, 6 teraflops. Probably using 1 teraflop. And just oh my God, are they really doing this? Oh my goodness. Are we really doing a foreign language Sea of Thieves fetch quest? In reality, oh my God. Yo, I tell you, this really is like, yo, go, here's a camera and go make some pointless videos that talk about everything else besides the games. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make their games look cool. They're trying to make it look like they're hip, or they got people like interested in their games. Oh, look, they got a Sea of Thieves little baby submarine they're using. Are you kidding me? They got more content in the real world than in the friggin' game. Holy crap. I gotta go. I got a friggin' agina. They flew a guy out of a friggin' cannon. They got a stupid friggin' submarine Sea of Thieves thing. They got a people watching people doing a treasure chest. And I don't know where the hell they are. And look at all these people watching them. What the hell is this thing? Get back to the friggin' studios and build the rest of Kraken. Holy crap, guys. Yeah. Inside Xbox is trash. They don't need this video. It makes them look stupid. It makes them look desperate. It makes them look silly. And they're making memes for themselves. Oh, they're going to the social desk now. It is, yeah, man. Yo. They have shown, it's 7:37. 7:37. They've shown trash. And I don't want to, you know what? And I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to hear people going, yo, why are you freaking out? What did you expect? Go look at Twitter and go look at Major Nelson, Aaron Greenberg, some of the Xbox fans. I don't know their names, but you know who they might be. Keep looking at them and look at all their stuff, right? In the last day, in the last hour, in the last 2 days, and look at how much they talked about this Inside Xbox. Oh, it'll be something good. They're going to do something good. I feel it. I feel it. Oh, I did see them, and I did some screenshots. And then those are the same people that are going to come out and damage control when somebody has some criticism about this trash that they're showing right now. Going, yo, what did you expect? And you want to know what? I didn't expect much, and it's still pissing me off. Because they are gone beyond no news. They are going to pathetic. This is pathetic and desperate and meaningless. There are video packages of people doing real-life treasure chests in a Sea of Thieves submarine. Are you kidding me? You don't have to set your expectations high, but man, I set mine low, knowing that they're not gonna announce anything. But talk to Michael Ironside for 25 minutes. Come on. It is just pathetic. It's not. No, what is this? Is this the Walking Dead? Finally, I'm gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna turn it off. I don't even think this is in game. This is some video. Yeah, it's a video. Let's see. Oh, CGI. This is supposed to be like Left 4 Dead, maybe. Let's see. Zombies took over the hospital. Yeah, I think they had double last time. They had a lot more. But it's on YouTube, though. They're doing it on Mixer. So it's the CGI of zombies attacking a hospital. The doctor knows how to kill them. And scene. Oh, she had killed the... All right. The doctor's turning.
Wow. You can check out the entire Maya trailer on youtube.com/Xbox. But now I'm excited to be joined by Saul Gascon from Overkill's The Walking Dead. We'll talk about Maya in just a second here, but first, what's Overkill's The Walking Dead all about?
Overkill's The Walking Dead is an online co-op game in which
another interview.
4 people join forces to actually
With
try to
CGI teaser,
Washington,
not even the full.
You will need to fight your way through hordes and human enemies, and try to make the day.
Now, we just met Maya, but who is she? What is she all about? And how do the different characters play?
In the Walking Dead universe, characters are the pillar for all the storytelling and everything that happens in the game. So what we've built here with Robert is very compelling characters that have a very deep backstory. And the idea is that then when you jump into the game, you experience who these characters are through gameplay, right? So that's why, for instance, Maya, who is a
Is it a
doctor,
first-person shooter? Is it third-person action? Is it a top-down
somebody goes down, she's going to be
fighting game?
Fix that person, right? Meanwhile, Aiden, in the other hand, is more of a player that goes frontliner, baseball bat, shotguns, and he's going to make sure to do openings when crowds of zombies come in, right? So this is very important for us. Characters are the main core pillar of the universe for...
That's what people are asking in chat.
Now, with all of those different character abilities, how does something like that affect co-op gameplay?
We've built the whole game and all the characters around the concept of being a co-op experience, right? So players are going to find situations in the levels that they need to resolve as a group. Sometimes there's going to be a door that is locked. They need to find a way to open it, right? Sometimes it's going to be more combat-oriented, in which, for instance, Aiden is going to be more close to the enemies, while Maya is going to always try to maintain a distance. She has a lower health bar, for instance. And the important thing here is that what we are building is a game in which everybody has his hero moment, right? And then depending on the character that you choose, you have different roles that you excel at. You can still do everything, but there is characters that excel at specific roles.
Oh, man. So generic descriptions.
So what was it like when you and the team realized you would be working on a Walking Dead game? It's got to be exciting, right?
Well, that's a super good question. Actually, just for you guys to understand how cool it is for us to work with the team at Skybound and Robert Kirkman on The Walking Dead. Myself, when I was speaking with the CEO of the company, Bo Anderson, about this game, I just packed everything I had and just took the first flight to Stockholm. That's how excited we are about building this game.
Well, I know I'm certainly excited to see gameplay, as are the fans. But the last question would be, when can fans expect to see more?
E3.
We at Overkill, we live and die by gameplay, so we understand that people is really excited to see the game. We are really excited too. So we will let you know when we're ready. Just thank you guys for the great interview and all the time you spent with us. See you guys.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Saul. For
Damn, I didn't even see what you mean, people. I expected E3, and that's low expectations. The guy said he didn't even know when.
2018.
Oh, set your expectations low, and we're just gonna hit you in the nuts. Oh man, I'm saying E3, and meanwhile, what is this? Fan Fest. Oh yeah, let's see.
And it is amazing. It is one of the best experiences of my life.
Oh. It's you know what this reminds me of? It's like one of those like you're driving on the highway and somebody had a fender bender or something like that, and you just can't help but look and just keep going like, oh, I wonder what happened. I'm like watching this as a train wreck. It's like I gotta stay to see if it gets any worse than what it already was. There we go. Let's see.
I was hyped all day. The way Xbox handled us, man, took us on the buses, bring us here, fed us, make sure we were taken care of, showed us this iconic stuff on screen.
It's cool to get like a little sneak peek into what is going to be coming out that year.
It is truly about the fans. Everyone has a chance to get to it.
My blood just feels like popping on my holes in my face right now, bro.
No matter what.
So special.
You made a dream come true, and it's something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Xbox Fan Fest at E3 has rapidly evolved into one of the hottest tickets of the week. Now, what started as a simple invite to the Xbox briefing has multiplied into all sorts of exclusive access and activities. And here to discuss the tsunami of fun that fans can expect at E3 2018 is Chris Munson, or as he's known online, it's the Xbox Fan Fest guy.
Hello.
How you doing, Chris?
Good. How are you?
Good to have you here, mate.
Yeah. It's good to see you. So FanFest, right there on the shirt.
That's right.
What is it?
Well, as you know, FanFest is these multi-day experiences we throw all around the world. We're entering our 4th year. It'll be the 4th one we actually do at E3, and so we're here to actually talk about some really interesting information about FanFest. Fans have been really waiting for this information.
Nice. And FanFest, I mean, it's one of my favorite things of the year, right? It's when we get really up close and personal with our fans and have a great time at some of the biggest events of the year. Like, why is it important to Xbox?
Well, you know, for us, it's always been about connecting with the fans around the world. So FanFest goes to the places all around the world where fans are. So we've been to Australia, we've been to Germany multiple times, we've gone down to Mexico multiple times as well. So we've been on boats on the Rhine, we've done drifting in Australia. So for these things, FanFest is a way by which we can connect with our fans better. And then we can also then hear from them and understand, hey, what's great about Xbox? Where do we go? How do we get even better going forward?
I don't recall being invited to go drifting in Australia.
No, I didn't get that one either.
You can send invites to us.
I'll send you the invite.
Basically, I love seeing the fan passion all around the world. It's like it's slightly different in every region and every continent around the world, but the one thing that's consistent is that those fans really love Xbox, right?
Yes.
Tell us about E3 2018, though. What's happening at FanFest this year?
Yeah, so there's actually a couple different things that are happening for fans at E3 this year. So not only will we have our Xbox Fan Fest again, so lucky 400 fans will get a chance to experience the multi-day experience that we typically do on both Sunday and Monday, but now for the very first time, we're bringing 1,000 fans to the briefing.
Nice.
So we have 1,000 tickets available for people to go and see the briefing live in person there on that Sunday, and we just feel like as we expand our fan love, these all kinds of things we really want to bring to the fans and have them enjoy Xbox at E3 this year.
Right. So that's more fans than we've ever had in an E3 Xbox briefing before, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure.
Well, it's a new venue, and I have to say, having been to the Microsoft Theater, it's fantastic. And if you ever get the chance, and this appears to be your chance, to go to an E3 briefing, of course, the Xbox briefing, phenomenal. I actually faked being a media person one year to get, and it was very much worth it.
Yeah, throw nice to the media people now that they just letting any person in there now.
People this year as well, right? So that's new and it's a little bit different. But talk us through like how that's going to work and where those pre.
Sure. So as we've thought about how we diversify and do the various things with FanFest, so the briefing tickets themselves, zero charge, no charge at all. So for FanFest, there's a couple different things. One, the tickets now will cost $45.
What?
But FanFest winners will be able to get a chance to get 2 tickets. So they'll be able to understand. Well, that's the first time.
FanFest microtransactions.
We're also looking to expand the idea of FanFest. So FanFest is always about paying.
They're charging for FanFest now.
Thank you for their loyalty. Thank you for their passion. Thank you for just being gamers and enjoying everything on our platform. Now we want to be able to help the fans, then pay it forward to others. And so we're going to be partnering with a key charity, which we'll have a little bit more information in the near future. But we are wanting the fans to experience that same excitement, now taking it and giving it to somebody else. So we're very excited about that approach this year.
Chris, how are fans going to find out if they get those tickets?
So both the FanFest tickets and the briefing tickets will be an online random draw this year. So the ticketing site will open here in the next couple days or so. We'll have a lot more to reveal that soon. And then they'll wait. We'll essentially wait for all the submissions to come in. You check which one you want. If you want both tickets, you can do that as well. And then randomly draw, press a button, and then we'll send out the emails to the lucky winners.
So I think one of the experience of everything you get to do at E3 is a major part of FanFest. The other big part you're wearing is swag. And actually very nice. I'm going to need that. What swag do you? It will wick away the moisture of Los Angeles.
Well done.
And so, yeah. Anyway, not always in June. So what do you have prepared for the folks that are going to E3 FanFest 2018?
So the FanFest fans, the ones who have attended in the years past, know there's always a secret gear backpack.
Yeah.
So this year the backpack is returning. Yes, there is some secret gear in that, but I'm happy to reveal for the very first time 2 pieces that are actually going to be in that backpack. One, Jeff, you're right, is the jersey I'm wearing, not the t-shirt, the jersey. So we've actually made jerseys, custom designed
This is what's important to them, guys. This
going to the FanFest. So that will be.
You're gonna get a jersey. What about the games that people are gonna play? What is the experience of FanFest? Not the swag.
Is going to be. Is it right here? Yes, it is. So every FanFest attendee will be getting this Sea of Thieves version. Has a lot of the goodies for Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves 2 terabyte hard drive and a jersey.
And as Graham likes to point out, it glows in the dark.
It's the only way you can make certain things like that better, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, we've all blundered at night trying to find our hard drive. That problem is solved.
Yeah, so this is awesome. It's 2 terabytes, so it holds over 50+ games. It does come with a bunch of Sea of Thieves items as well.
Midnight Blunderbuss.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. Thank you.
It was on the tip
just on the tip of my tongue. But this is the thing that we're both this and that are the only two so far things that go into the FanFest gear backpack. So we're very excited for FanFest people and attendees and winners to get their hands on that, and then we'll reveal a ton more when we get to E3 later this year.
Excellent. All right, so where can people find out more information about FanFest in the coming weeks?
Well, we have something coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned for information. Either just follow #Xbox FanFest on Twitter.
Say it now.
And follow myself.
Just say it now. What is this teasing and teasing and teasing?
How about Xbox
Teasing no news.
The Xbox Wire will be a great place, as well as a lot of other social channels as well. So stay tuned. Getting very, very close.
All right, I'm canceling this thing off. I'm shutting this stream down. I got things to play.
Yes, it finally has.
The thought process is working.
This is. They didn't even talk about what FanFest gives you access. What kiosks are you going to be playing games? Like, are they going to? They'll have access to brand new games or something like that. Like, hype it up that way instead. It's like, oh, you're going to get this jersey, and now it costs money now. And we could win it.
I'm tell you right now, I know where you sit. I'm coming for one of those jerseys. But we are just about wrapped up here, but we wanted to get just one more look at those highlights from the community. It's been a good day, right?
All right, guys. I'm signing off. This is Grinds My Gears. I ranted enough about this thing. You'll hear more probably on Planet Xbox, but, you know, I said my piece here. So we'll see how that goes. Again, nothing new. And anyway, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Get up here.